Hi everybody, it's FIBO Group and you are watching to the Market Watch Review. Yesterday's recovery of U.S. equity indexes after lower openings did not help most Asia-Pacific markets. Despite the fact that the economy contracted 0.4% in the fourth quarter of 2022, Hong Kong's reopening saw significant gains. South Korea's Kospi also continued its upward trend after yesterday's reopening. Europe's Stoxx 600 has recovered the losses from the previous two sessions, and U.S. futures trade with a firmer bias. Today's dollar is mixed, with the dollar-bloc leading the advancers and the Norwegian krone trailing. Sterling, the yen, and euro are all experiencing small losses in Europe at midday. March WTI consolidates mostly between $1.80 and $1.81. Asian Pacific market. China's markets will not reopen until Monday. However, there are some preliminary reports about travel, moviegoing, and other activities that will contribute to this optimistic narrative. Gopinath, the IMF deputy manager director, was critical of Bank of Japan's December surprise and urged it to be more transparent about its policy intentions. She expressed concern about the upside risks to Japanese inflation and called for a flexible approach to managing its yield curve. The dollar fell to a new low of JPY 129 in Asia, but it recovered to 130 in the European session. The Australian dollar has extended its surge, which saw it go from $0.6870 last Wednesday to almost $0.7130 today. Market of Europe. Yesterday's talks saw the end of the two-day protest at Italian gasoline stations. It was not about pay, but rather the new government requirement that gasoline stations display the average gasoline price for the region. This put pressure on Prime Minister Meloni, who did not renew the fuel subsidy, which ended last month. Today's euro settlement was the highest since April last year at $1.09, and it edged higher. It has not reached the $1.0940 zone, which holds the 50% retracement for the decline from the post-COVID peak of January 6, 2021. Sterling's recovery continued yesterday, but buying enthusiasm isn't quite as high for the euro. The $1.2450 mark continues to be the barrier to buying. Market of America. Today is jam-packed with U.S. economic news. All the news will focus on fourth quarter GDP. According to market economists, growth will slow after the 3.2% annualized rate in the third quarter. Although initial weekly jobless claims might attract some intent, they are reported at roughly the same time as GDP figures. The Canadian dollar has been resilient despite the slightly more cautious than expected Bank of Canada and early weakness in U.S. equities. The Canadian dollar trades quietly in the same range as yesterday. That's all for me. Closely monitor the news background and be prepared for all the surprises of the market.